Look at this gorgeous gray. Today I am here to show you Belle Tress Calabasas in the stunning color Oyster Gray. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with 𝘕𝘠 to bring you this review. They sent me Calabasas so I could show all of my wig sisters and talk about this color. If you are only here to see the color segment, that is at the end of this review. You can skip ahead. I put timestamps in the description box below so you can go to only the segments that you care about. 𝘕𝘠 is a great online retailer. They are also an in-person wig shop. They have some locations in Canada as well as one coming very soon, I think, in the United States. And they carry all the major name brands. I will put a link in the description box below as well as a coupon code that will save you 30% off this and all Belle Tress wigs. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. The hair on this wig is so ultra soft. Wow, very soft. It's also quite the face flopper, as you can see. It definitely wants to hang in my face. Now, it does have a few little layers right here, so I think that is something that you can remedy over time by just wearing and training these fibers to go more toward the back. This wig is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber, so you can take heat to this one, any hot tool, and that can also help a ton in training the fibers to go in a different direction. I have a video showing how I like to use a hot comb to get lift in the front of a heat-friendly piece, and you know, I would put it in the front, I'd get a little bit of lift, and then that's gonna not only get it off my face, but it's gonna give it a little bit of volume. I will make sure that video is linked in the description box below. It's a great skill to have, and you may need it someday. You never know. So definitely keep in mind the tip videos that I usually put in the description box of my reviews. She looks kind of cute like this, doesn't she? Let's take a look at this lace front. So we've got lace. Now, if you are a bang wearer, you could cut bangs into this one. The fact that mine is a face flopper, though, does not mean that the one that you get will be a face flopper. So if you get one that has a little bit more lift in the front and you want to cut bangs into it, then you can use heat to get those bangs to lay right. A hot air brush, a round brush, and a hair dryer. There's lots of ways to do it. So do keep in mind, you can cut bangs into most wigs. Sometimes you have to finagle those bangs though after you cut them to get them to lay right. So this is inside the cap. We have extended lace, ear tab to ear tab, a left mono part, so left going over to the right, soft ear tabs with bendable stays, an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and the rest is open wefted. This cap is humongous. This cap is really big on me, so I'm gonna cinch these adjusters all the way in. I was struggling to keep this wig on my head as I was kind of playing with that hair because it is so loose on my head. Sometimes I wear a wig grip in these reviews when a wig is really big on me because a wig grip will hold a wig on your head through just about anything. But when I have a wig grip on, I can't always tell how it fits me. And so I do like to try not to wear a wig grip, or at least take it off for a little while so that I can give you guys the assessment of fit. So I'm just playing with this one. Because she's such a face flopper, it is a little bit of a challenge, not only to do this review, but to get her to lay right with the part. So one of the things I find sometimes on these straight styles from Belle Tress and from other brands, but a lot from Belle Tress, is I do have to work on that part a little bit as well. So sometimes I have to pluck the part line and use some heat to get it to lay right. In the video that I have linked in the description box below, I show all of that. And while I know if you're new to this, that seems really overwhelming, and maybe like a bit more than you really want to do with your wigs. The reality is we do often have to work with our wigs, and so I have learned over the years that just a little bit of elbow grease, some sweat equity to getting that wig to be mine, we refer often to it as making a wig your own, will go such a long way in helping you to feel comfortable with your wig. And because heat-friendly fibers, once you take heat to the fibers and they cool, whatever it is that you've done to that wig is permanent, so you won't have to do it again. It's not like human hair where you have to restyle it every time you wash it. Once you change that part, once you get lift in the front with heat, you're done, even after washing. Let me get back to fit. I had said a little while ago this wig is huge on me. So I cinched the adjusters all the way in. They're currently touching each other, so I could overlap them a little bit, but I've pretty much cinched it in as far as I can, and it's still pretty big on me. It has a ton of stretch, and I'm getting quite a bit of extra cap over the top as well. This one really does seem like it's running average large to me based on just my experience with wigs. I have a pretty petite head over the top. I'm average petite with my circumference. All of my measurements are in the description box below so you can compare them to yours. But if you have struggled with wigs being tight on you and you wish some of these brands would offer sizes, while this one is billed as being just an average cap, I do think it is running more average large, so I think this is going to fit some larger head measurements for sure. Now, I would consider this wig to be a moderate density piece. It isn't light density, I don't think, and it's not super heavy at all. It's more of a moderate. It does not have any Permatease, so there's no volume on the top, but it does have a fair amount of hair. It does weigh 4.9 ounces, which is another indicator to me. This has a little bit more hair than the typical Belle Tress wig. Belle Tress is known for running more low density, no Permatease, so this one has just a little bit more hair on it than typical. So it's not super thick. I don't think it's unnatural as far as the density goes, but it is just a little bit more than usual. But it's not poofy, so if you have found wigs to be overwhelming at all with volume on the top, this one doesn't have that, which might be a negative as well if you're looking for volume. So for my wig sisters who don't like poofy, voluminous wigs, this one's for you. So overall, I think the only thing I would caution against is how much of a face flopper and how much it just the part doesn't kind of want to stay set. But so easy to remedy that to me that wouldn't be a deal breaker at all. All it would do is tell me that I might need to put a little time into the wig to get it ready to wear. But wigs surprise me all the time, and I will watch reviews and see a wig that's a face flopper, and then I'll get one and the piece I have isn't. So you just never know what you'll get. But I've got tips to help you so you can handle it whatever happens. Let's talk about this color, Oyster Gray. This is not a rooted color, as you can see, which I know many of you are very happy about because there's a lot of rooted grays out there, not a ton of unrooted grays. But that's what this is. So it's an unrooted mixture of lightest gray with white, and that blend, it means this is really kind of a whitish gray. It's a very light gray. I would not call this color white. So if this looks white to you right now in your in your monitor, know that in person it's a very light gray, but it is not white. I also wouldn't consider this silver. I don't really see silver in this, just a very light gray. Truly, lightest gray, but still gray, if that makes sense. You know, there are colors out there that are white, and when you look at them, you really don't see gray. I do see gray on this one, and it's consistent all the way up. It's also not shiny. So one of the benefits of heat-friendly fibers is they're generally not shiny, and this one does not have any synthetic shine. And with the length, I think this the fibers are so great. I love Belle Tress heat-friendly fibers. You might get a little friction fraying on the bottoms of the fibers when they rub up on your clothing. That's one of the challenges with heat-friendly fibers. You can take a hot air brush or a hot comb or a flat iron to this one and smooth out those ends if that happens, but it may not. This is a really nice piece. So Just throwing that out there for those of you not familiar with heat-friendly fibers. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside. And don't forget about 𝘕𝘠. More details below. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you soon. All right, I just pulled her out of the box. She is hanging in my face. I do think this part needs to be fixed, but she doesn't have to be perfect for you to see the color. We have some high filtered sunlight. It's got some really super thin high clouds. So still pretty bright. I've never seen this color before, so really excited to have a chance to show it to you. There you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.